Guys, it's time. I don't even know how we're gonna start this video. The excitement is real. I don't know why my hair looks like Cindy Lou from The Grinch, from Whoville, but it's happening. I'm going outside because Yes, of course, can't even contain himself to do the intro inside because he's already at the scene of the crime. But today marks the very beginning of our outdoor arena starting. They're out there. Come here, come get your mic. Yes is very excited, as we all are. We had an exciting meeting also with the rubber company.
Outdoor.
And everything is beginning for a beautiful dressage arena that's starting. It's an ebb and flow system, which means you can wet it from underneath, you can drain it really quickly if you have a very heavy downfall of rain. It's going to be perfection.
Annie looks really good. You need to show Annie later.
Oh yeah, I did see your stories. She does look good. We can go visit her later.
She tripled.
Should we just head out there? Should we just head out there to the scene of the crime? To where it's all... You're growing a little beard. Is that normal for you, or... It's patchy, but you actually have some cheek hair. What's going on?
Don't say that.
Are you growing up? Okay, let's head down.
It's actually fake.
Let's head down. We'll give you guys a good look at what's going on. They actually already started preparing the ground like over the last 2 days. They first mowed everything very short. Then our local contractor came and kind of tilled the whole area so it was soft. And now the guys are here and it's beginning. Let's go.
I kind of just want to leave and come back when it's finished.
No, I want to be here and amongst it. Look, it's happening.
I want to hibernate.
We can go take a look. We can even take a stroll down our path because I just recently, let's go from here first.
It's just so crazy to me that we will have an outdoor in a week.
This is really becoming a horse property faster than we can say, horse!
Maybe we can ask them if they can continue in the weekend.
Well, the guy said that there's another excavator coming for backup, so they might actually be ready earlier for sand than anticipated. Careful! These are very
They are doing
painful.
a really nice job, I think.
Yeah, they are. Also, what do you think of our pathways and how I've been maintaining them? I do need to come in and get rid of these, but they are looking very sweet.
What happened here?
I was hoping there was some little moles. Look, do you see the mole? These moles are the bane of my existence, but there's moles coming through here that I need to eradicate.
They are leveling it now because they said there was like a 40 centimeter difference in height. But I don't know how they would do that.
Well, they have a laser there on the corner, and I think then there's a device that they put on the ground and it tells them. But we can take a little bit of a look here. There you can see the digger. And they've been moving.
This guy is always like busy on the phone and working.
I know. So they're moving. Here is the higher part of where the arena is going. So they're moving some of the soil here and moving it down, and they're specifically filling this ditch in that you guys have seen before. So that's now getting filled. And today they're going to be working on leveling this whole area, and then they're going to be running the holes for the pipes for the ebb and flow system.
Going to ride.
Well, you might be able to ride next week. How does that sound?
We just don't have fencing around yet to have them loose, but okay.
So no Liberty work, maybe just yet.
Yeah.
But it will come.
I can live with that. I can do that in the field.
We have been considering now different ideas for the landscaping and the fencing, and I think we've made a decision on a fence type. And I have contacted now some contractors to get it installed, and that is like a very low white kind of dressage fence. I'll insert some photos so you guys can see. So this is what we're going to be doing around the whole perimeter of the arena, and then there's going to be some landscaping and a hedge right behind it, so the horses can't go really past that white fence. But we didn't want to have this look.
But what if it all doesn't work out? Then we just have to put another fence up.
We will tackle that when we get there.
I'm just a bit worried because we might work.
No, I know, but it's one of those things that until we try, we won't know. But one thing that I really didn't like about our old house, but there was no other way to do it. Holy shit, look at this cricket. 1 second. Holy moly!
What a beautiful specimen.
She's,
Careful.
oh, she's huge. Look at the size of my finger.
And she's not scared. There was one on Emporio the other day, I think.
But one thing that I really didn't like about our old house is we had such a high, huge fence next to the arena, and it gives you this idea that you're kind of... Yeah, I'm sure you did for your Liberty work, but it gives you this idea that you're like really trapped in the space you're riding in. And I'm quite tall and I have long legs, and I always seem to hit with my feet or with my legs the fence, and I don't really love that. I did that even though our fencing was angled at the old house. So I think it will be nice also visually to have it a little bit more open and green rather than having this giant fence everywhere.
How far is the hedges going to be?
Yeah, that we need to figure out still. I think that's going to be step 2 once the arena's finished. Then we have to space everything out and make some final decision on the landscaping. But this is phase 1. This is the first step.
And then we're looking into how to do the letters for the arena in a nice way.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot there was still a little hole there.
This is not the size of the arena, but I told them this morning, I said, I wouldn't mind this size either.
Yeah, the size that we're going for is 1,500 meters squared. A typical dressage arena is 1,200.
Yeah.
So do you remember the final sizing we've gone with?
Yes.
What is it?
23.5 and 63.5
meters. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing.
What else?
This is definitely bigger than that.
But this will be nice. I can finally train a pirouette in here, then I have some space for it.
Gosh, if this is what it takes to do a pirouette, which should be basically on the spot, well, good luck.
It's already nice to see that hole in the middle is now.
This small village blonde boy could have never imagined how his life would turn out.
I felt really strange before because we make the food and everything just there on the dirt path and stuff. And I was thinking, oh, it's so nice to actually go back to the basics. I might miss it. But then I looked around, I was like, it's not quite the basics, is it?
If you think this is basics, I mean, we need to reevaluate.
But it was just nice to like also not have everything finished now and like enjoy that process.
We're definitely making the most of what we got at the moment. And that's fine. We're enjoying that. It's actually incredible how just tilling this area and now starting to spread everything is already equalizing everything so much more, don't you think? Like, but it's going all relatively quickly here.
Yeah, but they really know what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a bit closer to show you guys the ditch. Well, it's not really a ditch, but it's this ditch-like shape that's running through the middle. I hope the camera can pick it up. Do you mind walking it, Jesse? Because then we can see a little bit more the dip. But I don't know if you guys can see. Maybe if I go like this, you can see a bit better, but there is this ditch running. The ditch actually runs all the way from up there through to here. So this is what's starting to be equalized now. That way, obviously, the arena is on one level and is not leaning any one side. So you step more kind of up into the arena.
You look like down when you're riding.
Yeah. You can definitely tell now that it's all that corner is higher than where we're standing.
Yeah, that is the lowest part.
Yeah, that's the lowest part, yeah.
And you see it's also more wet.
Yeah. Maybe we should go, I want to stand from that side and see what it's like from there. Here we are, another view so you guys can see. I'll run down so we can take a look at the dirt starting to get moved. As you can see, like this. Can't believe it. I'm so excited to see how this is all gonna pan out.
I know.
Isn't it fun?
So exciting.
I think we'll have to come back and do an update in just a couple of hours to see what's gone on then. I think by then it should be leveled by lunchtime.
You think?
I think that's what they said, yeah.
This makes me so happy and proud.
Yes, I wanted to show you guys how good Andorra was looking, and for 31 years old, she has not skipped a beat. Look at that coat.
I mean, she's always had an amazing coat, but I think the last 2 years, not as good as this.
Well, you know what they say, it comes from the inside, and I think she's happy.
And I just really want to take like cute photos with her now.
She does look really good.
Oh wait, a little bit of hair too.
In the armpits. Here comes the other one.
She hasn't been washed for.
Here comes trouble. Chase is also looking very good. Look at you. You're also looking at, but his coat is still quite long, to be honest.
But here he's getting thin now.
Yeah, we need to come in with a brush again.
You just need to do this a few more times a day.
God, look at those claws in action. Chase is doing good too. A little bit chubs, but yes, insists on feeding hay. even though there's so much grass.
I think he lost a bit of weight lately.
Lost?
Well, for like
Where?
compared to a few weeks ago.
I'm not sure, hon. Not sure, yes.
Where's 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒆𝒚? Oh, there. Finishing Chase's food.
Yeah, he's
But look, if
busy
you just
licking
come in
every
a few
bowl.
times a day.
Well, we just need to come out with that brush.
Well, oh, with your hand.
I think the brush is a bit more effective.
You think my claws are not effective?
Yeah, but he's doing good. Oh, and there's Emporio. Having a little scream and a little run. What's going on? Maybe we need to go check on him. What are you screaming about? Huh? Also, guys, look at how good this tree now looks with the lifted canopy.
But if they do tomorrow, it's not a problem, no?
Yeah, we're just organizing. There's one of the neighbors that's going to come to cut the fields. No, but tomorrow it's not a good idea. There's too much going on with the mayor and everything coming. But yeah, how much better does the tree look? I know I said the mayor's coming. I know that sounds very fancy and everything, but it's just tied to our project. The mayor wanted to come take a visit, and also because we have a few permits in the works. And they're actually quite interested and excited about the project, so they wanted to pay us a visit, which is very nice. So tomorrow we're hosting the mayor and a couple of other people from the council. I just have to come in here and cut up all this poo, because right now we're not picking up the poo, we're just kind of using this mulching machine to just disintegrate it. But I think I have to do it because it's building up in the corners, because the stallions are only going in the one spot. So the whole field is clean, which is actually a good thing. And this is like 1 week's worth of poo, which I just need to come in and completely obliterate.
We can also pick it up.
I mean, we can, but where do we put it? We don't have anywhere to put it for now.
Just over there.
Okay. So here are all the boys. And here's the little loud mouse. Huh? Are you being loud? Hey! Oh, these annoying flies. I don't know what it is about
I haven't
Emporio.
sprayed them yet.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about Emporio though, but the flies really gather on him. Like all the other horses don't have it really on their nose, and he's attracting all of them. Luckily we have these fly buckets that are somewhat helping. All right, well, I think we go back and we pop back out to have an update on the arena in a couple of hours. We also have some friends coming over.
This morning I was wearing even a winter coat, now I'm warm.
Yeah, but you're always a bit extreme. You always go from one. I'll always see Jesse riding and he's like covered in sweat, and I'm like, why don't you take your jackets off? And he's like, oh yeah, no.
It's not true, that's really that lives in your head.
All right, we'll catch back with you guys in a little later on. Day two. We haven't peeked outside yet. We have a really busy day because we have a visit, very important visit from the council today. I've got a bunch of work that I'm a little bit behind on because of our trip to Germany for Aachen, but all of that doesn't even matter. All of that couldn't even come close to what's going on out here. It's all happening, yes. So what is going on out here? There's like some sort of Coliseum stadium going on. Wowzers. And also, isn't it nuts? The first 𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘 sand is being delivered.
Yeah,
we're getting closer to a dream 𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘 arena. Wowzers. Ditch? We don't know her.
You really ripped that up like that.
Wow.
Is this the size it's gonna be?
I mean, yeah, you can see that. You can see it within the poles. Isn't that incredible? I can't believe how flat. I mean, we always knew it was going to be flat and straight, but it's different when you can see. Also, I'm overwhelmed. I don't even know what to say. It's all happening here. Wowzers.
What are those tubes?
Well, this is the drainage system here, so the water can go in through the fibers. I think.
Mice would love this.
Yeah, and here you can see where these have been placed. That is you can really start to see the shape now and the size.
Are you happy with the location?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. It looks good. I need to fly the drone up because we're really going to be able to see the size now.
Just take a photo.
And there is quite a bit of spare dirt, and this is going to just level out all the surroundings, and the remaining kind of ditch section over there, that's where all that dirt's going to be placed. So in the end, it will all be looking good.
They're making now the lines.
Huh?
They're making the lines now.
Oh yeah, you can see it. You're right. Yes, so they're making now the lines for the drainage.
And then I thought, I think it's on purpose.
My God, can you believe it? It's happening. It's nuts. I'm excited to get this drone up now. See it from above. Just making our way to the arena. It's been complete chaos here. Chaos. Hold on before this robot mower takes us out.
Chaos.
But we're just gonna go check on the arena progress now. Yesterday I had this very important meeting with the mayor and some of the council people, and our advisors were here. Now that's all finished, we're gonna go check on the arena. So I had this, I don't know if any of you guys will be able to relate to this. Have you ever had a sinking feeling in your gut and you know you're making a mistake? That's what I had with the outdoor arena, because I was looking at the drone shots, I was looking at everything. There's also other plans that are in the works. No, not yet. But I was like, the arena is too close to the house. I can't.
And that was after they did all the prep work and they delivered the first cent and they made all the pipe laying thing.
Thanks for filling us in on that detail. But yeah, I was just thinking to myself, I had this sinking gut feeling, and I was like, we've really, it's like 10 meters too close to where it should be. And it's not until you really see and visualize and see the dirt and see the place that you realize these things, unfortunately, especially because we don't have the experience. And I was like, okay, what am I gonna do?
We should have looked at it yesterday.
We did look at it. I don't know why it didn't register like that yesterday. But today, there's other things. There's also because we have other plans for the property, and it wasn't working for those plans as well. And actually, to be honest, for the permit, it was also meant to be further back. But I came outside today and I said, after a while, the first sand got delivered. I had just taken the drone shots. I went to the guy and I said, you're gonna hate me. You're gonna really hate me. I said, is there any possibility, because we hadn't laid the pipes yet, I said, is there any possibility we can go 10 meters back?
I should text him actually.
We need to text him. We need to get him a bottle of something. And I said, is there any chance we can knock the arena back 10 meters? Because we've made a mistake on our end. It is just too close to the front of the house. I was out here for half an hour sweating bullets. I didn't even have the time to be out here because we had this meeting and the people coming and everything. And in the end, the executive decision was made that we move the arena back 10 meters. And it was one of the most difficult, honestly, I know it doesn't sound difficult, but in my mind, it was one of the most difficult decisions to make, because there was just so many question marks, so many things that we didn't know. Okay, how's that gonna look? How's it gonna work? Is it gonna fit with the other project we have? Because we have something else in the works that's going to be
a better decision.
Okay, I've been trying to fudge around this. I'm not getting to the point. The reason is there's something that's gonna happen behind here, and we need the arena to be centered to that. And how we had made it was not gonna work. It was just a mistake. It was just our mistake. We just have been too busy to really see it properly. I don't know. Either way, I had this sinking gut feeling, and I know myself. I was like, if I don't listen to that, I would have looked at this arena being in the wrong place every day and hated it. So, this is where we're at now. This is the new corner of where the arena is going to be. As you can see, this is where it was before. That's the corner, that's the entry point there. So we've knocked it back 10 meters. These dogs are loving it. Knocked it back 10 meters. They were just undoing the foil here. And I said, guys, wait, I have a question. And as you can see, foil still there. Oh yeah, okay, wait 1 second. So we've now bumped, the arena is the same size. It's in the exact same location. We've just cut 10 meters off here and expanded 10 meters further back. The guys that did it, I do have to say a big thank you, because the guys really were like really understanding. They said, Matt, you only get to do it once. It has to be good. It has to be done well. So they really got it. They understood why. But yeah, it was not an easy decision to make. Nevertheless, it's been made. We're here. I don't know if in the end it will actually have caused like a delay or not. I think it will maybe delay us half a day or so. But in the long term, when we're 30 years still here and the arena's in the right spot, we're going to be grateful. I should have seen Jesse also, because I said, yes, I'm going to ask if we can move the arena back 10 meters. He was like, oh my God, do not do it when I'm around. He's like, you go do that, you handle it. I don't want to be there when you ask. And then he made his way here. He was bringing ice creams out for the guys working here. And I, of course, came and I said, while Jesse was there, I said, I have a question. And then Jesse couldn't get away. Meantime, this is what I'm looking at. Jesse's double checking measurements around here. Let's hear. It should be 23.5 there. Yeah? How much? Correct. Okay, good. But yeah, here you can see the lines for the irrigation system. So what's going to happen first is the foil tomorrow is going to be placed out. Once the foil is over everything, the irrigation lines are going to be put in. And then this 𝒋𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘 bottom layer sand, our drainage sand. And as you can see, it's absolutely glorious. And one of the things that I like, apart from the fact that it's not dusty, is that when you go like this, it's gone. You see, there's no residue or anything. So this is what the base is going to be. It's very fine. And it allows, obviously, for really good drainage. Oh my goodness, these dogs. What is going on? But it allows for very good drainage. Hello, are you okay? It allows for very good drainage, and the top layer is mixed with fibers. But I will show you and explain that better when it arrives. Oh my God, these dogs are going absolutely nuts here. Oh! Oh my God, they're nuts. They always love like a powdery surface to run on. Now, exploring. They're the first ones to use the sand. Look at them.
Me too.
They're like goats. Anyway, it's been extremely stressful around here. I mean, I always knew this process would be.
Whoa, she jumped from there.
I always knew this process would be stressful, but it was on another level today. Today was the most difficult call to make, but I'm very glad we made it. goodness, are we having breakfast again together? I think we are. I think we're having breakfast again together. This is like the other time when we were doing the fencing. Yes is not here though. I've had slightly different schedules this morning actually because I was outside with It's All Happening here today. It's again one of those final days on a renovation TV show where everyone's here. We're on I think we're on day 5 today of arena build. 5 or 6, I think it's 5 actually. And the guys are here, the electrician's here. The guys are all here for the outdoor. So there's like 3-4 guys building it. Then there's the trucks that are coming with the top layout, which is very exciting. I saw the first few. I need to go and have a proper look, but there's been a few trucks already for the top layer. Then there is a guy here for the electric gates, because we're getting some electric gates made. So while I've been handling and managing that, Yes is doing the feeding for the horses. It was so funny because the guy, obviously a lot of this is done in Dutch. I've seen you guys ask me, also I look nuts, I look crazy. It's because I was outside in the wind and it's very humid outside, so you just bear with that. But a lot of the conversations I have to do are in Dutch, and my Dutch is coming along like bit by bit slowly, but it's nowhere near where it should be. And then the guy goes to me today, the guy for the gate, who's very nice. He's like to me, why are you having the conversation then if Jesse speaks fluent Dutch? And I thought, you know what, that's a really good question. But actually for me, it's one of the only times I get to exercise my Dutch. So it's probably for the best, especially considering I've lived in the Netherlands now for, I think it's 7 years. Probably time to start to integrate a bit more. So in Dutch now I can pretty much hold a conversation, like quite easily actually. I think my grammar is sometimes what lets me down. And when someone's speaking to me, I can understand 80% of what they're saying. So that's come a long way. And sometimes, yes, and I watch Dutch TV as well, which helps. But it's not the easiest language in the world, I would say. But I was talking to someone about it, I don't remember who, but they said that once you once you're bilingual and your brain kind of adapts and learns to be bilingual, it's much easier to learn other languages. And I started doing languages very young in my life. My parents were very good about this. So I started learning English very young. I started learning German also very young. I've obviously my native language is, well, you guys actually might not know this, but my native tongue is Italian because I was born in Italy, so I'm fluent in Italian. So I do think having a couple of languages already up my sleeve does help me integrate into this next one. I will say I hope this is the last language I have to learn because it's very, very, very difficult, but it's kind of fun at the same time. I want to show you what I'm having for breakfast. I don't know if this is what I was having last time. I always have coffee in the morning. I always have a cappuccino. What I've been really into lately, I don't know why, is like, and if you haven't tried this, try it. I brought the packet out just to show you, but typically what I do is I have like 1 or 2 pieces of fudge. Look, me being 100 years old. I have like 1 or 2 pieces of fudge while I drink my coffee. The combination of the fudge with the coffee, and probably everyone's like, we already know this, but go get yourself some fudge and try it while you're having coffee. It's a magical experience. And then I just have like a cheese and ham toastie in the morning. I go quite simple. I like breakfast, but I'm not very inspired to like do anything. So sometimes yes, it makes something nice, but if I make something, it's just a cheese and a ham toastie. And then I've got my Stanley with some water as well. And then every morning, Yes and I do smoothies. So every single morning we will have like a mixed fruit smoothie. And so Yes has got one prepped and ready to go. So when he's back in from feeding, we will have one. And it's soon, I think in like 20 minutes, we also have the arena company we're working, 𝒋𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘. They are doing all the surfaces for us. They're coming out to also inspect and check out how they feel the job is going. And I would like to, while they're here, I mean, I've learned a lot about the surfaces already, but I think while they're here, I'm going to ask them do you mind if I record you guys explaining a little bit about your surfaces? Because it was very interesting when they told me. And we are really, really, really happy with the product so far. It really does look amazing. So I'm gonna get the 𝒋𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘 team to explain better. And I mean, they do arenas all over the world, but I want them to explain it better to you guys as well, because they are the brains of the whole operation in terms of the surfaces. So they're gonna be the right person to do that. So we're gonna be chatting to them. And to be honest, today's the second last day of the arena build. It's been mind-blowing to me how quickly we've gone from a field, a barren field, nothing on it, to where we are today. So I think all the trucks, remaining trucks will come today with the top layer. And then the top layer is obviously going to be equalized. I saw already from afar that they started to place the concrete border around the arena. That's what kind of holds obviously all the sand in. So that's been going in. So, and then there'll be some small tweaks and finalizations tomorrow with some of the earthworks around the arena. But that's it. Then it's finished. And of course, you guys are going to be seeing the arena finish, but you're not going to be seeing the end picture, because there's going to be a huge amount of landscaping, which is like where I'm very excited about. But there's going to be a huge amount of landscaping that happens to the outside of it. So that's all still to come. But the main skeleton and all the infrastructure as well, of course, will be done, which is exciting. So I'm going to finish my breakfast. I'm going to have my fudge, going to have my coffee, and I will catch up back with you guys. Oh, another truck's just pulled in. I'm going to catch back up with you guys when the 𝒋𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘 team is here. We're going to be hearing a little bit more about these surfaces. So we're out in the outdoor arena. I'm not going to show you guys everything yet, because we're kind of saving the surprise for the end, for the big reveal. You guys have seen where we're up to for now. But I have Lisa here from 𝒋𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘, and 𝒋𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘 is obviously the company we're working for the surface of this arena. And you guys work a little bit differently than other companies, which is what appealed to us. The concept is really nice, but maybe you can tell a little bit about 𝒋𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘 and how you work and the sand that we chose today.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you said it already. We're a little bit different to other companies because we use the same sand for the drainage layer and the top layer. And that is that the water is just able to drain very fast. The water permeability is very, very high on this sand because it's very clean. And we just add in the top layer the textile, so that's a big difference from the top layer to the drainage layer. But all in all, it's just the same same sand, and that's a big difference to other builders. They build with drainage sand, often not that clean. Sadly.
And then it starts to separate as well after some years, right?
Yes, right.
And then you're like 2-3 years in, and then you start to see all these different pieces of things coming up. And I mean, you can even see if so this is the base sand that the drainage sand that you were talking about. And you can see just how clean it is. There's absolutely nothing else in it at all.
And it's the same sand. It's a little bit darker here because this sand is just a little bit drier
because it's been here longer.
It's been here longer without water, and because of the building. And this has a little bit more water in it, so it's a little darker, but it's the same sand at all.
And this is the top layer. This is what you're going to see when you ride. And what do the textiles do? What does that do for the arena?
The textile is just for the elasticity in the sand, so that for drainage horses and just for even jumping horses, you need a little bit more elasticity for your horses. It's even better for the legs and something else. That is the whole point. And
it's like a little bit spongy, let's say.
It's a little bit like little bit like a sponge, but not too spongy at all.
Of course.
I don't know, it's around 4 meters. You have a little bit more 4 centimeters, a little bit more elastic in it. And it's huge more stable.
Yes.
even for jumpers.
So if we want to have a little jump in here, it won't be a problem.
Yeah.
Not that we will. Maybe for us it's more being out of control, but
you don't even know.
yeah.
Even in the edges,
Yeah.
you have the stable ground.
Yeah.
So if you are a little bit too fast in the
Yes.
edges, you have to have a ground that is very stable.
Yeah, you don't want
and
to
you
slip
don't want to slip or
yeah.
something like that. So
Yeah, absolutely.
that is what the textile is for.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And is there any difference in terms of maintenance when you have textile like this in the arena?
In the arena or in the outdoor, no, it's just the same.
Yeah.
We have different materials for events or something like that, and we have to put in fiber so that it's not just a little bit more stable because of the short time build it, and it has to be stable.
Yeah.
You build it like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days before, and then it has to be stable to do an event on it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I
Then we
understand.
put like fiber or something like that in it, so that it's just a little bit more stable, but you don't need it if you just
Yeah.
are on dressage
Yeah.
or little jumps.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. And you guys know a little bit our philosophy for this whole project. Yes, and I want to be here for 30 years or retire here. So we're trying to work with premium brands. That means we do it once and we do it good. And obviously with that, as anyone will know, when you have good quality product, you pay a little bit more to begin with. But we've learned from our last property that this is the way to go, because if you have to do constant maintenance and constantly fix the mistakes of maybe going with a cheaper option, in the end, not only does it cause you more delays and more hassles along the way, but you pay even more in the end.
Yeah.
So that's why when we connected, and
Yeah.
where did we first meet? It was at, not
At
Spoga?
the Equitana.
Equitana. It was Equitana.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I saw the product, and I also saw some of the other riders that you've worked with and built for. I was like, okay, this feels right. This feels like the proper investment that we're going to be making.
Yeah.
And of course, we're working together as well, which is nice because we
Yeah.
get to share it with everybody else too.
Yeah, and you told me we want to build it for years, not
Yeah.
just for the next 3 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So we said, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little bit more expensive, that's true,
Yeah.
but we have arenas alive for 20 or 30 years
Yeah.
and with the same sand,
Exactly.
and they just work.
And they work properly.
Yeah.
That's one thing we've learned is do it once and do it right. So we're very
Yeah.
glad to have connected and
Better
to be
safe than
working.
sorry.
Exactly, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you got to see it in its beginning stages.
Yeah.
And I hope that you're able to come back when we have like the landscaping done and everything. That's a journey we have to go through with you guys as well still. But then you will see it kind of all come together.
Yeah.
But I think it already looks
It's
quite
even-
special, like in the location it's in.
Now it's even beautiful.
Yeah, I like it
And
now
it's
too.
just-
I like it now too.
Anything else is just on top.
Yes, I think so
Okay,
too.
yeah.
And one thing I wanted to mention also, this is because we were talking about meeting for the first time at the show.
Yeah.
The first thing I told you was, okay, we love it, but it cannot be yellow. That's one of the first thing I
Yes.
told you, because we've gone to some shows, and especially Jesper, who's behind the camera, with his show horses. Some people have this yellow sand, like really, it's like yellow. And if you have a gray horse or a light horse, it stains your horse completely. So the tail or like the legs, or if they lay down with you, when you're, and yourself as well. And that's the one thing we didn't want. And this is such a beautiful natural color, and it's just like competition sand. It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
So I was very relieved when I saw it. And actually, because it's quite dry now, it will be even more wet.
Yeah.
It will be even more dark.
A little bit
when it's wet.
Yeah. It's a little bit darker when it's wet.
You can already see the difference between these two, because this is already a little bit more wet than the others. And one thing that I like as well, there's some other, obviously, like this previous sand we had, we were familiar with from another company, and it was so difficult to get off like your hand, like if you touched it. And this one, in like 2 seconds, it's gone. There's like nothing. It doesn't like stick.
Yeah. And that's because it's so clean.
Yeah, exactly.
They have no other things in it that make it dirty on your
Exactly.
hand. Yeah.
No, we've been super happy. So I'm excited to
Yeah, me
show
too.
you again around
That
when
you're
it's
happy.
all a bit more put together. But this is the second last day. So tomorrow everything will be getting finished up, and then you guys are going to be seeing the big before and after. Well, it's been a couple of weeks since you guys saw those last sequences of the arena being built. Yes, and I have been living with it. And you told me something the other day, which actually I was like because okay, you and I are very honest with each other, so if something doesn't work, we both are kind of like, we face it head on.
Yes.
But what did you say to me the other day?
Do you mean that I said that it was the best arena ever?
Yeah.
Yes, because I ride in quite a lot of different arenas, but I think, and I've used it a lot, multiple times a day, and I was really riding a few times already, and I was thinking like, I really think this is like the best arena ever. Just the whole feeling, the horses are doing well, they feel good. Of course, everything else around it is not finished yet, but that's not the point. In the arena itself, it just, like, I think this is really my favorite arena, if I have to choose. And that's a really happy and big thing, because if your horses don't feel right, or you never know with an arena also, then you have to live with it. So I was really grateful.
Yeah, so far we're both very happy. I only actually had my very first ride only yesterday on the arena here. I brought Etro home.
You did lunch beer.
Yes, okay, but that's not riding, is it? Lunging a Shetland pony. But it was really, really beautiful. I'm so happy with the stress sand surface, the ebb and flow surface that we picked. I'm happy with the spacing. Maybe we walk our way to it. You guys will be able to see from the drone shots and from everything else that all the earthworks here is not finished. The landscaping is not finished. We asked kindly if we could have a bit of sand placed out here just for now, so when we walk in and out of the arena, we are not like bringing dirt in, because it is just a little bit like dirt everywhere else.
Yes.
There is a long way to go still, but the thing that is finished is the surface and the arena itself. And
it's really beautiful, I think.
It's actually perfect. It's like the size is perfect. Are you happy we moved it 10 meters in the end?
Yes.
I know it gave you major stress when we were...
That was hell.
But it's one of those things that now, in hindsight, you think, okay, thank God.
I think the location is really beautiful and the size is amazing.
And also just how far it is from the house. Because now, if you are in the garden and you creep over, you see just the beginning of it, which I like. And I think before you would have really been looking at it a lot more. So I'm really happy with the placement. And what do you think? You guys didn't see the fencing, the small fencing we've placed. But what do you think of it?
Well, it was quite difficult because I do know the white fencing, because that's kind of what you have on competitions and stuff, but it's very different still than this. Yeah. Because this is like
fixed. It's not
very different.
It's fixed on the concrete border, the concrete edging that we have.
And I think it's actually really beautiful, because I wasn't really sure, because I of course wanted something taller.
Yeah, you wanted a high fence right next to the arena.
Yeah, just because of my work and that I have a bit more security and everything closed in. But I think this looks really beautiful and it matches with everything. The white really jumps out in a natural way.
Yeah.
And then with those Christmas tree in the background, it looks like we're in France or something.
There's a nice connection still.
I think it's nice.
It feels like, it doesn't feel like we're trapped in it. I mean, we're gonna change that a little bit with the landscaping, because we're gonna have some seating bench areas, some trees that go around here, and there's a hedge that goes around, because obviously for your work, you can't have just a completely open arena, because when you're training Liberty for the very first time, or even afterwards, the horses can just decide to leave.
Which is not always a problem, but because you also have stallions here, it's not the
No, it's not ideal. So there is.
But you were saying the other day, maybe we should leave it open.
Well, I said yes.
It looks actually really nice. So
I
that's
said
a bit
yes
of the
because
problem.
it's so beautiful the way it is, and like the arena is like right now the real hero of the space. There's no and there's not too much going on. I said, what if we built like a much smaller arena for like the Liberty work?
Much smaller.
Well, it would have to. It couldn't be this size, but we could build a smaller outdoor for like the Liberty work that is fully fenced and proper, and then we keep this as like the bigger, more open area. But actually the landscaping plan we have now is really nice.
I mean, it's both good. I don't think there's any losing here, because really every time I go in here, I'm like really blessed.
And one of the things I've been loving using the arena grader.
Oh gosh, almost before I ride and after I ride, it's all done.
Yeah.
And today I actually did the first time the dragging of the
edges. Yeah.
That was quite fun.
But I've been loving using it, and the important thing about the surface that we picked from the ebb and flow surface from Stress Sand, told you guys already before, and when we had the visit from them as well. But because the bottom layer, the drainage sand, and the top layer is the exact same thing, just without the textile. Even if you have pins or anything, you never have to worry about it mixing, and it's been perfect. We've had really, really heavy rains.
Yeah,
We've had it
in the very
dry.
beginning,
Yeah,
when everything wasn't even settled, and it was still really, really good.
And there hasn't it hasn't skipped one beat. There hasn't been one day that we thought, oh, we have to wait to ride or something. It's been absolutely perfect always, and it's the right amount of sponginess. And you can see that there's like, with the textiles, they're on top. And there's like a little bit of looseness, but it is hard underneath straight away. So even when you see me walking now, my feet are not sinking, and that's the thing I didn't want. I really don't like deep arenas.
But I was running in here today with the dogs because they love it in the sand too. But it did give me that like jump.
Spongy. Yeah. It's got a sponginess to it.
I really felt it. I was like, oh.
Yeah. So I honestly, I could not have been more
well
happy.
done with your whole design and everything, huh?
Well, okay, well, we're not there yet. And it was definitely a team effort between us figuring it all out, between 𝒋𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘, which absolutely made our dreams come true with this surface, with everyone that was involved, and there's still loads to come, but I'm super, super, super happy. I want to make a genuine recommendation for anyone that's looking to update their surface. If you're making a new arena, please contact 𝒋𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘 first.
Even our friends already were like looking into it because they're like, well, this is not really how mine is anymore.
Yeah.
So
everyone that's come here has been so impressed. So if you're looking, reach out to the team, just have a chat with them. We made this, okay, of course we're working with them, but we also had to make an investment ourselves into it too. And we decided that it's best for us to pay a little bit of a premium now and have a good surface for the next 30, 40 years, than have something that every 3 or 4 years needs a huge amount of money and maintenance. That's not what we wanted. One thing worth mentioning as well with 𝒋𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘, that they offer a wide range of different surfaces. We of course went with the ebb and flow surface, but they also offer surfaces that's sand mixed with wood chips. They have just sand, like the 𝒋𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒃. They have a wide variety, and they've got an amazing team that can kind of guide you through the whole process. So for anyone interested, they tailor to absolutely everything. Also, if you're doing paddocks, lunge yards, just everything, reach out to 𝒋𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒃, to the team. You will not be disappointed. And
we're very grateful.
Again, a huge thank you to 𝒋𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒃 for supporting us on this project. And we have a lunge yard we're going to do with them and other things. So we're going to continue the partnership for sure. We've been super happy.
Yes.
That's it for now. I hope to be able to update you guys soon as the landscaping starts to go in. That's going to be like October, November. The earthworks will continue, I think, actually the next 1 or 2 weeks, and the new grass and everything. We still need to go shop for big trees because we're going to place a couple of like already pretty big trees around here, so we get a little bit of impact straight away.
Yes.
And I need to talk to you about it also because I found these incredible 2 pillars I would love to have at the front. We need to chat after this, but
that will happen all after. But now should we go ride?
Yeah, we're gonna actually gonna get the horses now. We're actually gonna go for a bit of a ride. So until next time, we will be enjoying the arena, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.